Shalom. Giving all praise to Yahweh, Shem, Yahshua, Shem, Rakakodah, Shalom to the 144,000. The rest of the elected, that Shalom to you all. Anyway, this is a video that I watched some of it. I just had to kind of make a copy of it, or I'm doing a video on it now, excuse me. Put up by GMS Contrition is key. God meaning Abba God is the third. I guess it's his third YouTube page by the same name. This vision is a message to the hopeful elect of Israel, or Israelites, the hopeful elect Israelites, excuse me. So I'm just going to label it, title it response to this video. I haven't watched the whole video, I just watched some of it. And I'm going to start right here at this point. So just listen up. And this has to be a vision.
Joel 2 and 28, Salakia. It says, "And it shall come to pass afterward that I will pour out my spirit upon all flesh, and your sons and your daughters shall prophesy, your old men shall dream dreams, your young men shall see visions." All right, so all flesh means all flesh. Okay, that means that whether it's an Edomite, whether it's a Israelite, whether they're of the elect, whether they're wicked, it doesn't make a difference. He's pouring that spirit.
Right. It's talking about Israelites first and foremost when you read it, but it can also apply to other nations as well. And I use these examples. Nebuchadnezzar received the vision of the statue from the head to the feet of it, and he saw the Messiah come. He saw the destruction of Babylon the Great. So that vision that Nebuchadnezzar saw in Daniel chapter 2 spanned from a circa 600, let's say, rounded off to 600 BC to the present. So the vision that he saw is not completely fulfilled. So we're talking from 600 BC to now. That's approximately 2,600 years ago. So it spans 2,600 years, and the feet of it is still not fulfilled because the stone hasn't come, which is Yahweh Shai, and that's even in the chat. You can go to the chat and it'll tell you the same thing. That it's going to destroy the feet of it, which is NATO and the EU, which includes America, Canada. In other words, that system is going to go down, but the place that's going to be destroyed, that's going to get hit with that stone, is Babylon the Great. And then you had the same vision, but different scenario. It wasn't a statue with the head of gold and so forth. It was a series of beasts, 4 beasts. And the beast that was different from the rest, as you know, if you've been watching us, is referring to the Roman Empire of 2,000 years ago. And this is the second leg. Roman Empire II, which is America. That's why you have the Nero back again. Now, Nero, before he killed himself, and I did this in the other video, I went to the chat. Let me go see if it's still there. Bear with me for a minute. And I'm going to let this play. So we almost out of here. The cruel Lord is here. Nero Caesar, before he killed himself, he said that he's going to come back. And he's going to bring hell with him. Let me go ahead and bring this up. Bear with me for a minute, y'all. Hopefully it's still there. I mean, I can find it again, but I don't want to go through that trouble. The drudgery of trying to find it. Type it in all over again. Okay, let me do this. Okay, maybe it's not here. Let me try it this way. Let me do it this way. Okay, I found it. Redivivos. Early Christians, which are Israelites that believed in the Messiah, Roman era Jews, while Israelites believed Nero was the end time enemy at that time, 70 AD and circa 70 AD. In the decades after Nero's death, AD 60, that's when he committed suicide, a widespread belief emerged called the Nero redivivos myth. And it's going to tell you what it means. I may even go to Google. Nero redivivos myth. The belief that Nero would return from the dead to torment the world. Whatever we hear in GMS, starting with myself, been calling this guy. I've been saying that for the longest, when the first president, come some years back. I'm talking about 2016 going into 2017, and I started saying he's Nero coming back. The belief that Nero would return from the dead to torment the world because of Nero's cruelty, the cruel Lord, persecution, and deification. I'm a god. Both Israelites and Messianic Israelites associated him with end time evil. So he has to be the guy. So anyway, let me do this. Let me take these two words. Nero redivivos. I'm going to go to Google on this one. Okay, I was watching this earlier. Get a chance to watch this video. Let me go to Google. Okay, let me just do this myth. Let's go to the myth. The redivivos myth is the ancient belief that the Roman Emperor Nero, after his suicide in 68 AD, and he committed suicide because the people came against him. When at 16, when he became emperor, the people loved him. When he got older, I believe he was 33 when he had died, right? Now they're saying that he's the wound. No, he's not. He's not the wound. It's not talking about one man. It's talking about the system. It says suicide in 68 AD because the people hated him. So he said, when I come back, I'm coming back with revenge. I'm going to bring hell on all of y'all. Did not truly die, but will return from the east, Parthia, as a vengeful figure to reclaim his throne, becoming a recurring theme in Roman political instability and Christian apocalyptic prophecy associated with the Antichrist. So they were saying he's the Antichrist. They didn't understand that back then. See, we understand fully the prophecies, something that the prophets didn't understand, although they saw these prophecies and wrote them down. We understand them. This myth spurred several imposters, pseudo-Neros, fake Neros, to claim his identity, gaining followers with their resemblance to Nero and musical talent, leading to documented reappearances and near wars, solidifying the legend for centuries. Well, he did come back. He's here now. He's here now. So now we know what it means by the Nero redivivos myth. So he wasn't lying. All right? Anyway, that's like a young version of him. Let me do this. Tell me that don't look like him. If it look just like him. Kind of looks like him. Remember, there's a bust of him when he was a teenager, and when he was up in age. Well, he died. He committed suicide when he's 33, I believe. There it goes. Tell me that doesn't look like him. Look at that. Tell me that doesn't look like him. Look at that. This is a picture that looks just like him. And he doesn't understand the concept of a president. He's sitting there like a king, like the scriptures say. The cruel Lord, the king of Babylon, which is in Isaiah. This looks like him when he was younger. Got orange. Priest Danyala used to call him Orange 45, I think. Yeah, Orange 45. Now he's Nero 47. Tell me that doesn't look like him. Tell me that doesn't look like him. Let me do something. Nero Trump. They got him dressed up like a Roman. Look at this. Look at this. We're right, man. Look at this. Burn down Rome. Via Trump. Look at this. That's supposed to be Nero. Man's goings of the Lord, so how can a man then understand? This right here is Commodus, the son of Marcus Aurelius. The movie Gladiator, the son. He's a Jake. You see the hair, not straight hair. He had the beard and the fro. Give me a second. Look at this. It's a dead ringer. Then he was a lot younger. This had to be when he was maybe 20. And this one, he was like in his late 20s, early 30s. Almost the same here. This is a bust. Playing the lyre, which they say the fiddle. He's playing a string instrument called the lyre. So, anyway. So we know what that means, right? So he said he's going to come back, and he's here, and he's bringing hell with him. Let me get back to this.
Upon all flesh. Okay, so any of these individuals can get visions, and because you get a vision does not mean that you're of the elect, does not mean that you're of the chosen. It was a message. Okay.
Does not necessarily
and also
mean
upon
that you're an Israelite.
The servants and upon the handmaids in those days will I pour out my spirit. Okay, in these last days. Okay, in these last days. So ultimately, you know, when you get these dreams, to you Christians, right, or anybody who gets these dreams, you should be going to the prophets to inquire about the dream to see if it's prophetic and what does it actually mean. Right? Because when you listen to this vision, everything that he says in here, this does not fit with the Christian doctrine. This fits with the Hebrew Israelite doctrine, specifically of Great Millstone. Okay? Let's take a listen. Let's take a listen.
You gotta watch this.
So I was supposed to go to bed just now, and I just got done praying.
He sounds and looks like an Edomite. He's the young brother, young elder said he's one of the Latin tribes.
Some individuals, and as I was praying, the Lord told me to grab a notepad or paper and a pencil and start writing. This is the most descriptive writing I've ever had to do. I've given messages before, but not to this extent. So please listen. It says, "My bride, I know you have been patiently waiting on my arrival. Your time here on earth is coming to an end.
Who's the bride? Who's the bride? Right? The ones that are of the elect. The elect is the bride. Okay? And the bridegroom. Let's get Matthew's 25, Salakia. Got these things all over here.
I'm waiting for him to. Let me try this here. I'm sorry. Let me do this.
Shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all the praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham Rachakwadash, double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Salutations, much love and respect to you, Akim, out there pushing this word out in truth and sincerity. This is your brother Hayan Apash coming at you with another lesson. And I just wanted to make this.
And I just got done praying for some individuals, and as I was praying, the Lord told me to grab a notepad or paper and a pencil and start writing. This is the most descriptive writing I've ever had to do. I've given messages before, but not to this extent. So please listen. It says, "My bride, I know you have been patiently waiting on my arrival. Your time here on earth is coming to an end."
Who's the bride? Who's the bride? Right? The ones that are of the elect. The elect is the bride. Okay? And the bridegroom. Let's get Matthew's 25, Salakia. Got these things all over here.
Let me just move it along. Just move it along. I don't know if the sound went out. This is the first time you're watching it, so I don't know if the sound went out. And Esau's messing with this, the web as well. I don't know what's going on here. Let's get back over here.
Soon we will be joined before the Father, whose name is above all names. I know you have been patiently waiting on my arrival. Listen, and pencil and start writing. This is the most descriptive writing I've ever had to do. I've given messages before, but not to this extent. So please listen. It says, "My bride, I know you have been patiently waiting on my arrival. Your time here on earth is coming to an end. Soon we will be joined before the Father, whose name is above all names. El Shaddai, the one who has been performing miracles and signs in the night skies that no one seems to pay attention to. The ones and signs in the night skies. El Shaddai."
El Shaddai is Al Shaddai. That's not his name, but that was one of his titles, you can say. Al Shaddai means terrible power, demon-like power.
The one who has been performing miracles and signs in the night skies that no one seems to pay attention to. The one who sends the prophets and the servants to give a message of repentance and destruction. That no one seems to pay attention to. Oh, woe to you who do not pay attention. Oh, woe to you who doesn't have their lamps ready. There is such ignorance among the church. You fighting and refuting each other about dates and times. Can't you tell when the sun is going down? Can't you smell the rain before it comes? Can't you see all the signs? That are in front of you. What more do you want from me? Nothing is ever good enough. Soon, my bride, there will be no more mockery towards you.
Yeah, the prophets, the elect, will get fame in all the lands that they've been put to shame in. So we're going to get the last laugh. The Most High, the angels, the Yahushai, and we, his elect, will get the last laugh. But too many of our people taking this Israelite thing as a joke. Yahweh Bashem Yahushai is going to destroy every last one of them.
As my Father, who rescued the Israelites from oppression and slavery from the Egyptians and performed many miracles before their own eyes, soon you too will see the same wonders of the Father, who sends me as proof to the world that there is a God, the one true God. My bride, you will suffer just a little bit more, so just prepare.
I don't know if this is on my end or his end. Keep stopping. Just have patience, please.
But know again that I am coming. There will be speculation worldwide when my bride is taken from earth, that it was from another source other than me. Those who are left behind will know this is not to be true. And many will lose faith for being left behind. But many will also rise from isolation and begin to spread the one truth. More than before, the whole world at this time will hear the gospel, the true living word of my Father, who I sit down at his right hand. Destruction is coming. Many fools will believe that peace has begun, because the veil has been tightly pulled over their eyes by the evil one. And so it begins. Have your lamps ready.
That was it. Sorry, I don't know if you had to do a part 2 to this or whatever the case may be. Come over here. What's this? ChemFog and Cali Valley real-time update. You know what this is all about. A lot of things are happening, going on. Let me go ahead and check these notifications. GOCC $1,000 Cornelius Challenge plus HOI Gentile Salvation. Let's see what this is all about. Matter of fact, you got these apostates coming out the woodwork. So if you're not of the elect, you going the right way. You turn, do a 180. You actually, you came into this thing unawares, and the Spirit is leading you out. Any of you Israelites is teaching that the Gentiles can make it. They're going to be delivered and receive salvation. Spirit's not dealing with you at all. Okay, Mr. Bridge, your lot is to be scarred for judgment. Will be on the. Just checking these other notifications. Premier now the Most High, of all those that trust in Him. You can't fool Him. That sounds interesting. Okay, so let's come over here. Let's do this. Let's do this here. Come to the top. Okay, this is campus on lockdown. Another shootout. Shooting at Kentucky University. Leaves one dead and another critically injured. Okay, so let's click over here. This is fair use, fair use, fair use.
Out of my own money.
He made it rain.
Yo, tell me this sounds like you know what this sounds like? Somebody said it sounds like a 90s sitcom. It sounds like either the intro or outro to like a Tyler Perry movie.
Maybe feeling like you can take what we taught you and use it against us.
We're kind of all over the place. Let me do this. This is fair use.
The little ones here to feed the little ones. Y'all know what time it is. Joined by my beloved brother.
So, Brother Assad, what's going on, everybody? All praises to the Most High. So, if y'all ain't noticed, or not noticed, but if y'all haven't seen, we had the brothers at GOCC. They issued a $1,000 challenge. Listen, the economy is very bad right now. The housing market's trash. Renting is at an all-time high. You got to work 24 hours just to buy a carton of eggs. So for brothers who teach that Cornelius is an Israelite, this is your opportunity to get a rack. You get a whole band, a Band-Aid. All you got to do is prove that Cornelius is an Israelite. This is from GOCC. All right, this isn't the issue.
And the only way it could be totally proven if the Most High opens the heavens and sends an angel down and says Cornelius is an Israelite. Cornelius, you're gonna, at the end of the day, if you you have two sides to the subject. Cornelius is Israelite. Cornelius is of another nation. At the end of the day, you really can't prove it. In other words, you can't. The heavens not going to open up and say Cornelius is an Israelite. So how you going to determine a winner? So let me go ahead and let it play. Let's see what happens.
Challenge that we've issued. So the brother GOCC has issued a challenge that they will give you $1,000 if you can prove Cornelius is an Israelite. So we're going to go over that video, and we are also going to go over a brief discussion that I had. Shout out to the brother Shalpar from House of Israel, HOI, concerning Cornelius about a week ago. So we're going to take a look at this video. Real quick disclaimer. I feel like it's ridiculous that I have to give this disclaimer. People think that we are going the GOCC route, I guess, so to speak. Much love to those brothers, but there are several things that we vehemently disagree with as it relates to them. But nonetheless, those are our brothers. And so we just want to go over this video that they put out recently. So we can go ahead whenever you're ready.
Yeah, I'm just clicking there. Putting the link in the chat too. You know, it's been a while since we had some smoke. We know everybody is upset, disappointed, maybe hurt, maybe feeling some hate, maybe feeling like you can take what we taught you and use it against us.
Yeah.
So we got a link in the chat for those of you who want to come on here and talk about Gentile salvation. So definitely click the link. Somebody says Rakad don't really mean that. He's bluffing. Well, how do we know? Did you click the link to get the ban? Did you click the link to get the ban? Is what we want to know. So let's play this, y'all, because I have yet to see somebody.
And this is not a game. This truth is not a game where you bet. How are you going to determine what the truth is? Like I said, the heavens are not going to open up and say Cornelius is an Israelite. Cornelius is an Edomite. Here's an actual hologram, whatever you call it.
Go on here and accept this challenge. So let's hear him out. Fair use is going to be our thoughts and comments on this content. Fair use, this is going to be our thoughts and comments on this content.
There you go. Copy. Let me do this. What the hell's going on?
Let's play this, y'all, because I have yet to see somebody this challenge. So let's hear him out. It'll be our thought.
Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976. Allowances made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, because we're criticizing this, comments, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, education, and research.
Thoughts and comments on this content.
Where the Gathering of Christ Church, Elder Ricard issues this challenge.
Can we get this without the music? Or is this the original? Anybody who's seen this, is this the original version is with the music?
I think we're just gonna have to vibe out to the GOCC music.
Hey, that's Elder Ricard of GOCC. He's a musician. You got some dope music, bro. We're just here promoting it, advertising your music. You know, it's all good. Somebody said he talked to him before. Well, maybe you can click the link. We don't have $1,000 for you. We just got a couple backhands for you. I'm joking, but you can definitely click the link and come talk to us right now. But let's hear him out.
If any Israelite out there,
this guy is such a prima donna. He's such a prima donna.
Can prove to me using the Bible that Cornelius was an Israelite.
You hear how he say Cornelius, like
Cornelius.
Cornelius. That's how Elder Tahar used to say it. Cornelius. Not even Cornelius.
Who is watching this video? Who is El Tahar? Who is currently watching this video?
He might even be premiering this video.
The title of the video, Elder, is the.
I don't want to hear you go to Acts, the 2nd chapter.
Cornelius.
Where everybody was there out of all these nations. Okay, out of all the nations that took the gospel back, because you can't prove Cornelius was there.
This guy is so fucking lost. There's Christians that make more sense than this guy. This guy is completely lost.
Okay.
He got on the wrong bus. He got on the crazy bus. This guy is so far from, as vocab would say, Hebrew Israelism. It's a damn shame.
I don't want to see you try to go to Revelation, the seventh chapter, where it says all people out of every nation and kindred and tongues. After it broke down the 12 tribes of Israel in the verses prior, don't try to go there because Cornelius isn't there either.
But the Revelation 7 and 9, though, that's going to be a hard one for brothers to get out of, because I know the way we used to teach it was just trying to put a Band-Aid on something that, you know, it's every ethnos.
Yeah,
it says what it says. It says every ethnos. The Israelites are one ethnicity. Well, let's just say you say 12 ethnicities, 13 ethnicities.
You say you're 100.
100 ethnicities. That's not every ethnicity. That's what Revelation 7 and 9 says. Every ethnos, every ethnicity.
Okay, so now they teach that Revelation 7 verse 9 is not necessarily Israelites as other nations. Okay.
Then it says every phyle, which is every tribe. Israelites are 12 tribes. You can't get around that. It says every tribe. How do you deal with that in the Greek? But let's keep going.
It doesn't say Cornelius. So make sure you clip this, AC. If any Israelite out there who claimed that Cornelius was an Israelite, if you can prove that, number one, whatever church you belong to, and my word is bond, I will donate as an offering out of my own money.
He made it rain.
Yo, tell me this sounds like you know what this sounds like? Somebody said it sounds like a 90s sitcom. It sounds like either the intro or outro to like a Tyler Perry movie. Or you know what I mean? Or like Are We There Yet? Or something like that. That's exactly what it sounds like.
He said, I know you niggas better not say Yahweh Shimmy Hawashai. We said that Zion Lex made some good points, and we still need to chop it up with our brother Zion Lex.
Yeah,
That's what he said.
Let's make this real simple. Friday, why don't you call into the show? Why don't you call into Abaya's show on Friday?
He's not gonna do that. Ain't no way.
Why don't you just do that instead of talking crazy? Just do that, brother.
Yeah, ain't no way.
Somebody said Cornelius was an Israelite. Listen, if anybody believes that Cornelius is an Israelite, you're entitled to your opinion. That's okay. I would like for you to take GOCC on their offer, or you can hit the link and we can discuss it right now.
We know him. We know him. We be seeing him around. He's not
I hope
clicking
these guys
no
are not saying that Cornelius is an Edomite or not an Israelite. Anyway, let's go.
$1,000 to your church. We will dismantle the Gathering of Christ Church, and we will join up under you.
We're not accepting you guys. You guys are gone. You're not of the elect.
And apologize for ever saying that Cornelius was anything else outside of an Israelite publicly.
Which one of you?
Hey, listen. He said we will listen. We won't even have GOCC anymore. You can be the new leader. For brothers that teach that Cornelius is an Israelite, how about if you want to save their souls? They're all lost and they're going to hell or wherever they're going. You can save their souls. Elder Rakaza, he will step down, and not only so, he'll step down. You'll get control of his church and be able to save thousands of souls, and you get $1,000.
Well, you know what the Israelites are going to say when it's a challenge? It's not easy pickings. They're going to say, oh, debate for what? Have a conversation for what? Have a discussion for what? You teach what you teach. I teach what you... Israelites debate anybody in the world. Tomato cans to PhD scholars if they feel like it's easy pickings. But if it's...
Except for GMS, we don't debate anybody. We lecture. Okay, we're supposed to tell you the truth and not sit down and have a series of debates like it's a spectator sport. So it can be some guy that knows 3 scriptures. We're not going to debate that guy. This is the truth. There's nothing to talk about. If you can't see it, walk on down the street.
Not easy pickings. They're going to say, no, man, you guys got a debate demon on you.
Yeah, and that we just...
This is why you two clowns are fucked up now. 3 weeks ago, you were saying Edomites and other nations going into slavery, point blank, period. Now, there might be more Gentiles in the kingdom than Israelites. They might just take over the kingdom.
I want to talk about the Bible. That's it. If the Bible says that Cornelius is an Israelite, then we'll say, okay, he's an Israelite. It just doesn't say that, though. The same when it says Ruth is a Moabite, it doesn't say she's an Israelite. It just, okay, well, that's what the Bible says. We're going to go with what the Bible says, you guys. There is literally... Okay, never mind.
So anyway, yeah, so let's say he didn't give you the 1,000. At least you got a chance to go on his show and confound him, take that clip and put it up and say, see, we have the truth. We've been right this whole time. That's what it's about.
Anyway, I'm getting ready to close this. Anyway, this is right here. If Cornelius was an Israelite, wouldn't the apostles consider him a sellout for continuing to oppress his own people after conversion? When did Cornelius oppress his own people? Aren't the Israelites the kings and the priests of God? Yeah, that's your answer for Revelation 7 and 9, which is in Revelation 5. And I don't know, you can start at 6, I think. I'm not going to go to it. Yeah, I'm getting ready to close.
And you'd have to
I'll pray a little bit more and I'll close it.
listen. You can't prove it privately. You got to prove it right here. And I'll be quiet and say, okay, show us out of the Bible that Cornelius was an Israelite. And I'll be absolutely silent. That's fair. If you can't prove that Cornelius was an Israelite, you would have to apologize and say, I'm sorry for emphasizing or bringing forth something that's false or inconclusive.
Hey, guess what, everybody? Now, hey, if we're gonna be consistent. hey, we gotta do it. See, he don't want to do it. See, I gotta do it. I'm sorry. Hold on. Let me hold on. Sorry, my bad. No, let me be serious. I've taught Cornelius was an Israelite before. I sincerely believed it. I was wrong. I apologize.
Okay, so now it's official. Okay, you heard it from the horse's mouth. These guys, now they changed their stance on Cornelius. Cornelius is actually in another nation, let's say. He's not an Israelite. So when you do that 180 degree, that complete about face, there's a lot of things you got to change, man. If you're gonna push that bullshit that Gentiles can make it, you got to say Cornelius is actually not an Israelite. You see how deep these guys are going down the rabbit hole, man, and they're lost. They're completely lost, and it's a joke. We look at this thing from the outside. We see the confusion. And then you always got an Israelite, why can't all you guys just get together? You know how much confusion that would bring? Anyway, let me go. Let me get out of here. Shalom on to the next.